Have you ever tried to stop thinking in order to find peace, only to feel even more exhausted? The ancient Japanese, especially the samurai, never did that. They had a surprisingly simple way to cleanse both the mind and the heart, just through one small ritual each morning. Welcome to Buddha and Mindfulness, a space where ancient stories and timeless wisdom are shared to heal the modern soul. Today, you will hear a gentle yet profound story about how the Japanese, especially the samurai, cleansed their minds each day, not through force or control, but through quiet, mindful rituals. Many people think that to find peace, we need to stop thinking or always stay positive. But the ancient Japanese didn't believe that. Especially the samurai, they saw the mind like a room. It doesn't stay clean just because you want it to. It needs to be tended to daily, gently, and patiently. Not with pressure, but with care and respect. Just like you can't keep a room tidy without daily cleaning, your mind will also fill up with worries and chaos if you don't cleanse it regularly. P.A. Samurai didn't try to get rid of every negative thought, nor did they try to block their minds. Instead, they learned to create space between thoughts. Like the sky does not push away the clouds, but remains vast and open, the mind too can receive thoughts and let them gently pass through. True peace doesn't come from thinking less, but from having more space for your thoughts to come and go freely. A Zen master and samurai named Takuan Soho would sweep the temple steps every morning before sunrise. To him, sweeping wasn't just about removing dust. It was a form of meditation, a moment to sweep away inner worries, anger, and doubt. Each slow movement, fully present with his broom and footsteps, became a sacred ritual to clear the mind. Another samurai, Nobumasa, once struggled with constant anxiety about the future and responsibilities. One day, a wise monk gave him a wooden ladle and a small basin of water and said, "Your mind is muddy because it stands still too long. Let the water move." From that day on, every morning before sunrise, Nobumasa would sit in silence and slowly pour water back and forth between the ladle and the basin. The soft sound and rhythmic motion calmed his mind. He wasn't trying to think less. He was simply creating space within. You can do the same by washing your hands slowly in the morning, or lighting a candle and sitting quietly for just 2 minutes. These small actions send a signal to your brain. I am cleansing my space. I am cleansing my mind. A legendary samurai named Yagu Munenori practiced a technique called Makoto no Ma, which means the true pause. Even in the middle of battle, when his mind was overwhelmed by fear or anger, he would take a moment to pause, take a deep breath, blink slowly, and then continue. That brief moment allowed him to return to his inner stillness, helping him act with clarity instead of reacting emotionally. Just one breath could become armor for the mind. You too can practice this by building small pauses into your day before replying to a message, before reacting to a stressful situation, or before speaking. One single breath can sweep away the dust that just landed on your thoughts. The Japanese have a word, saiketsu, which means cleanliness, not just of the body, but of the spirit. Samurai lived in neat, minimal spaces, where every object had a purpose. When you clean a corner of your desk, reorganize a drawer, or simply wash a cup with full awareness, you're not just tidying up your surroundings, you're also clearing your inner world. An uncluttered physical space opens the door to mental clarity. In the art of sumi ink painting, once the brush touches the paper, it cannot be undone. Each stroke must be done with complete presence. In the same way, samurai would write down one unfiltered thought each morning, not to analyze or fix it, but to release it. You can do the same by journaling a single honest thought each day, letting go of what remains unsaid inside you. They also practiced Chinmoku, the art of silence. Each evening before bed, they would sit quietly, with no music, no phone, no speaking, just observing their thoughts like clouds drifting by, noticing what repeats, what feels heavy, and with each breath, letting it float away. At the end of each year, the Japanese perform asuji, a great cleaning ritual. But for the samurai, this happened every week. They would polish their swords, clean their homes, wash their bowls, not just for hygiene, but to prepare their spirit to stay sharp and light. You too can choose one day a week, perhaps Sunday, to do the same. Wipe your desk, sort your bag, clean your favorite mug, not as a chore, but as a sacred act, a way to clear the mind behind the objects. Next time your mind feels overwhelmed, remember, you don't need to fix it. You just need to create space for it. Wipe the surface in front of you, light a small candle, wash your hands slowly, or simply take a deep breath. The mind doesn't need to be forced into silence. It simply needs to be gently invited home. If today's story helped your mind feel even a little lighter, begin tomorrow with one small act of cleansing. And if you're ready to walk the path back to clarity, write in the comments, "I am the sky." Don't forget to subscribe to Buddha and Mindfulness, where we continue to explore ancient wisdom that heals and illuminates the modern life. Buddha and Mindfulness, stories and teachings for a mindful life.